Alright, now everybody get crazy, move around.
We're all old. We've got replacement hip. And we might as well start at the top with our resident superstar. And so we'll start with, I'm afraid to even use your real name. I don't know who knows. We all know. I got a call from somebody, I kid you not, on Tuesday, who said, I'm doing some background on Stryker. And he said that, you know, you were one of his first bosses and this, that, and the other. And I said, and she was asking me questions about him. And I said,
hell was this?
Exactly. And I said, well, you know his real name, right? And she goes, yeah, Ted. And I went, you're right. Let's just stick with Ted.
So, I mean, the Power 1490, you all have, you know, every single one of you has, you know, taught me a lot, and a lot of it we can't talk about, but that's okay.
You guys, wonderful to see everybody. You know, we've all days, but you know something? We're like fine wine, man.
To be in high school and be on the radio at the same time, I could legally pick up high school chicks and be on the radio.
Thank you all for the time we had in that building down on Country Club. There was a lot of fun there.
Bruce was going to be a visionary and just battle KRQ. I mean, it's a crazy idea. And I just happened to be in town, and I think I ran into him at High Corbett back in the Toros days, and he said, well, you do mornings on Power 1490, it pays like $1 a year.
So after Power 1490, I actually worked the Globetrotters. And now I'm the promotions director at Kiss FM and Mix 96.9 in Phoenix. So I kind of got back into radio after all the buying and selling, and so it's good to be back.
How did the Globetrotters end?
How did they failed?
No, how
failed.
did you lose your job there? Who fired you?
Oh, yeah, that's a great story. The same people that bought Power 1490 and let us all go also bought the Globetrotters. 10 years later, and let everybody go again.
That station changed my life absolutely. There's no question. I never was a DJ per se. I never even thought about radio. It's just something I listened to, and I got hooked. I got addicted to doing it, and I still am.
Because he has this thing on the phone.
Had the Zach Morris cell phone before Zach Morris had the This was Bruce's cell phone. Hi, it's Bruce. I'm driving around. I'm going to drive my car at the fake racetrack here. Quit playing Warren G 3 times in a row. Okay, bye.
Man, I owe everything to you. I mean, I really do. And everybody who was ever here, you guys, it's been a long time, and it's just been incredible. So thank you to everybody. And like Gary said, there was never a time when anybody got pissed off. There were times, you know, people got pissed off.
I was pissed off every day. But you guys have some selected members.
But I got to tell you that I just retired from radio, and the main reason is because this is missing in radio today, and it's this is amazing. I mean, if we could bring this back into radio would live for another century.
I didn't think it would happen, but like there is such crazy emotion going on inside of me of just, you know, maybe Power days where it could have been the best days of my life up to this point.
I just want to thank everybody for the chance of working with you, and Bruce, thank you for throwing me on there. It was a fun experience, and I'm going to remember it the rest of my life.
But the worst part of it was going off the air. Our Dub, being out of a job, had to come to my house a week afterwards and try to sell me steak knives. That was sad. That was sad.
You didn't buy any.
You told me. You said I didn't have to buy them.
And after about 3 months, I got promoted to the promotion director. So then that was kind of fun until I saw the van. I'm like, you serious?
So my first summer, I was paired up right away with Gary. 10 to 2, wrap it up, slow jam. That's how we did it. And we were just talking earlier, before slow jam, we played I Need Love by LL Cool J every time, and everyone loved it to death. And they called and would say, oh, that's so awesome. Bruce called us and said, stop playing that effing song.
And you're a great PD, and I don't really have anything else to say, but I had a great time at Power. It was wonderful.
Gary the Sandman and I were fired upon once because I was wearing a Snoop Dogg shirt, and apparently, I don't know, somebody was a Crip or something. I don't know what that was. I wasn't even aware. I was wearing a free shirt from the station. Dude's like, hey, you like Snoop Dogg? Yeah. Bang!
So we talked about it and we tried it. We had a lot of fun. I got a lot of trouble, so it was worth it. It was worth coming back.
Here's your beer, Mr. Edwards.
Thank you, sir. Did you?
This is, by the way, what the morning show was like when they were on.
Dub, thanks, first of all, thanks for putting this together, man. This is really cool. Do you remember your first time you were on FM? Crap out of me, dude. I was just in the production room without permission. What are you doing in here?
That was me. I consider myself kind of like the OG in my small little way. But I remember one time going to Bruce and he was playing, the Conscious Daughters at MCI and all this stuff. And, I'm as white can be. And I said, Michael Bolton's got this new song.
And then I'm thinking about, because I know a lot of people, I knew Rick Medrin when he still had 4 letters in his name. I knew Slick when he had a crew cut, had only been married 5 times, and had only been fired 7 at that time. I did. I knew Killer Keith when he had 1 t-shirt and he wore it every day. And it was so pitted out that if he ever put his arms up, you could see these gigantic sweat marks. Do you remember? I know you remember it because you probably still have it. I remember Brett before he was the man. I was at his bris. I remember DJ when he was DJ Butterknife, okay? I remember Greg Garcia when he was threatening Walker Ford to punch out his lights. I remember Don Robertson when he used to like to throw his typewriter across the room, especially if you touched his chair. Everybody go. Don Robertson. Don Robertson. Don, come on. Come on in, Don.
Come on, Don. Where's your chair?
Come on, Don.
Where's his chair?
And a stapler.
Who's picking up the tab? I got a lobster dinner coming. Are you picking up the...
Power, obviously, for me, really launched my career, like, for real. We weren't playing anymore. I got a chance to play on a bigger stage, and I think it's funny because I appreciate all the kind words of what kind of a PD I am. I'm so embarrassed as how bad I think I was. I hope I've gotten smarter over the years. I really hope so. And I certainly have learned how to calm down a little bit. And I don't have nearly the temper and blood pressure that I once did. I can assure you, my doctor will attest that my blood pressure's down 80 points. So obviously Tucson is a special place for me. I mean, I grew up here. I still call Tucson home when people ask, and I visit all the time, and power is such an important and key part of my story as to who I am and what I am, and I admit it, I'd kind of forgotten what it was like to be around this group. I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of those, I move on, and when I moved to Los Angeles, I didn't come back and visit a lot. When I left LA, I didn't go back to LA a lot. I live in the moment, and I look forward, and I'm so thankful to Randy for keeping the flame lit and for bringing everybody back together. And I mean, I haven't seen some of you since I walked out the door in 1994, and it seems like we all can pick right back up again, and that really shows that it was a neat group of people, and we had a bond at that time, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm very appreciative for it. I don't think I did a very good job as a program director, but I would like to think something that carried me through my radio career and that I am proud of is I'd like to think I can identify talent. I'd like to think that I can see people and see something in them that maybe they don't see in themselves. And for all of you people that got a shot on the air or a shot around the radio station, know that it's because I saw something in you, and I didn't want to get in the way of the creative process. I'd throw you in the studio or throw you in a production room and flip the switch and give you the chance to do it. So for all of you that have done something and moved on in your lives, and you look back and credit your time at 1490, only thing I'll take credit for is I cracked the door open. That's it. You guys ran through it, and it's amazing to see what some people have done with that, and I'm so proud of that and very humbled by just the opportunity to be the guy in charge at the time. So congratulations to all of you people, and we're going to have to do this a little more often. I have a feeling that we better not wait another 15 years. I'm terrified as what Slick's hair would look like. Then it's difficult enough. Difficult enough being this close to Angela Davis, and for the older people in the room, I figured an Angela Davis reference couldn't go wrong. But again, I think we've got a few more people to finish up with, and I'll pass the torch. But thank you all, and thanks so much.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days
when I was just a little nigga, I looked up to my bigger bro, begged if I could kick it. So when he went out with girls, I could go tagging along, nagging. If she had a sis, maybe could mac a baby hood rat. Y'all remember way back then when it was 1985, all the way live. I think I was about 10. One of those happy little niggas singing the blues that be always trying to bag with the shag and karate shit, saying yo mama black, his mama this, his mama that. Then he get mad and wanna scrap. We stay mad about 10 minutes, then it's like back on the bike to play hide and go get it with the younger hoes by the bungalows. Then switch to playing ding dong ditch when that gets old and too cold to hack it. Threw on a bomber jacket, you could tell the ballers cause they fell wearing gazelles. If they really had money raised, we sport Nikes. And all the girls had they Turkish link. If it broke, then they made earrings to it, like they meant to do it. But sometimes I still sit and reminisce, then think about the years I was raised. I'm still back in the days, but now the year is 87, 88. That's when my crew and I were in junior high in 7th grade. I hated school, shit had grown up. No doubt I couldn't wait to get out and be a grown up. But let me finish this, reminiscing and telling about when girls were spelling tight corduroys like for the boys, basket weaves, Nike Cortez and footsie socks, and eating pickles with Tootsie Pops, and it don't stop. I'm glad, cause when JJ Fad did Supersonic, it was kinda like a sport to wear biker shorts or to wear jeans, and it seemed like the masses of hoochies had poison airbrushed on their asses. Dudes had on Nike suits and the Pumas with the fat laces, cause it was either that or K-Swiss. I miss those days, and so I pout like a grown jerk, wishing all I had to do now was finish homework. It's true, you don't realize really what you got till it's gone, and I'm not gonna sing another sad song, but sometimes I do sit and reminisce, then think about the years I was raised. Back in the day.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. But some days I sit and wish I was a kid.
And everybody
Back
say,
in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid
and
anymore.
everybody
But some
say,
days I sit and wish I was a kid.
And everybody